Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Guru. Please click on the like, share and subscribe button. Hello friends, welcome to our today's session. Friends, today we will do some programs related to patterns in Python. You must have seen different patterns in different programming languages. These patterns are created to increase your language skills, to improve your logics. So let's start and try to solve these patterns in Python. Friends, I will tell you one simple logic. With the help of that logic, you can solve multiple patterns. So let's start. Consider you want to display this. But before starting with this pattern, let's understand this logic. As you can see, it is a simple grid having 5 rows and 5 columns. Friends, first of all, we have to implement a logic to print this pattern. What logic can we implement? Let's see. Friends, first of all, I have to print first row. It means I want to print 5 stars in one single row. So I can use a loop for that. For C in range 5. Now print star. That's it. Now I save my program. I run the program. Friends, I got 5 stars, but my requirement is that I want to print 5 stars in one row so that my first row gets complete. Then I will print second row. But I am getting stars like this. The reason is that by default print statement prints the message and brings the cursor to the next line. But we want to keep the cursor in the same line. So we have to make some changes here. I will write and equal to blank. Now I save and run. Look what happened. Now I specified and equal to blank. It means after printing this star, cursor will not shift to the next line. The cursor will remain in the same line and print the next message in the same line. So I got 5 stars like this. After printing these 5 stars, I have to bring my cursor to the second line. So I have to again give the print statement, but this time I have to specify and equal to /n. /n is for new line. Friends, in this way we can print 5 stars in one single line, but our loop is running from 0 to 4. To avoid any confusion, I am starting this loop from 1 and I am writing 1 to 6. If I want to print 5 columns, then I am running my loop from 1 to 5. In output there will be no difference, but if I give range 5, then my loop runs from 0 to 4. But I want to keep it clear, I am printing 5 stars, so I want my counter to run from 1 to 5. That's why I am changing it from range 5 to range 1, 6. So right now I am printing 5 stars. Run the program. Look, I got 5 stars here. Alright, now I want to print the second row. So I bring my cursor to the second line with the help of handle. I copy the same code and paste here. I save it. I run it and I got 2 different rows. So friends, this is the logic to print one row. If you want to print more than one row, you have to copy the same code, but it is not feasible and not suggested to copy and paste the same code again and again. Instead of that, we can put these statements inside another loop. Let's do it. So I remove this code. I put up one more loop. I have to indent it like this. Save my program. I run my program, so I get this output. So my given grid has printed, but friends, we wanted to print this pattern. So how can we retrieve this pattern from this grid? If you see carefully what's happening here, number of columns in each row is depending on row number. This is my first row. so it is having only one column. This is my second row, it is having two columns. This is my third row, it is having three columns. This is my fourth row, it is having four columns, and my fifth row is having five columns. So my main loop, it means number of rows loop, will run from 1 to 5, but the internal loop that is running for these columns, it will not run from 1 to 5, it will run from 1 to row. Let's see. This is my code. Now instead of specifying 6, I am simply writing r plus 1, so that my loop will run from 1 to r. Now I save the program, I run the program. Look, I got the desired pattern. Now let's understand the code once again. What's happening here? Initially r is equal to 1, then loop of c will start, c will become 1. The loop of c will run from 1 to r. So value of r is 1, so it will run first time. It will print a star on the screen. Then value of c will become 2, but r is still 1. So it will not work for C2. This loop will end. Now cursor will come here. It will move the pointer to the next line. Now value of r will become 2. It means row 2. So loop of C will again start from 1. C1. It will print a star on the screen. Then C will become 2. It will print a second star on the screen. Then C will become 3. But now the loop will stop because value of r is 2 and c will run from 1 to r. So loop will not run for c equal to 3. Cursor will come at this point. Pointer will be shifted to next line. Then loop of r will execute. Value of r will become 3. Now we start the third row. So this loop of c will start. C will again become 1. It will print first star, c will become 2, it will print second star, then c will become 3, it will print third star, then c will become 4. But loop will not run when c is 4. So it will come to this point and pointer will be shifted to the next line. Then same, the outer loop will run for r equal to 4. So in short, I can say when r is 1, then loop of c will run one time. When r is 2, then loop of c will run for 1 and 2. When r is 3, then c will run for 1, 2, 3. When r is 4, c will run 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And when r becomes 5, then c will run for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I hope it is clear to you. Let's move to our next pattern. This one. Friends, can you see any similarity between these two patterns? As you can see, positions are same, but instead of star, now we are printing some numbers. And if you see carefully and you compare it with that grid pattern, you will realize this is my first column. And in first column, we are printing 1. This is our second column. And in second column we are printing 2. In third column we are printing 3. In fourth column we are printing 4, and in fifth column we are printing 5. So there is one small change that will make this program. So this is my program. Instead of printing star, let's print C. I save the program. I run the program. Look, I got the desired pattern. So simple. Let's see the next pattern. Now you can clearly see this is first row. I am printing 1. In second row I am printing 2. In third row I am printing 3, and so on. It means instead of C, now we will print R. So here instead of C I write R. I save the program. I run the program and I get the desired pattern. Now let's move to the next pattern. Friends, if you see carefully, this pattern is same as we have done just now. Now we have to implement a logic for this one. Alright, what's happening? It is a reverse triangle. In the starting we are having 4 columns, then we are having 3 columns, 2 columns and 1. It means now we will put a reverse loop for columns. Let's see. Friends, this is the program by which we printed the upper triangle. Now let's copy the same code and paste. So loop of rows I keep the same, but for columns I have to make changes. Now I want to reduce the columns, so I cannot start loop from 1. I will start my loop from 6, comma, I will go up to R, and every time I will decrement it. Let's save it and run it. So I got this pattern. But if you see carefully what's happening here, this line I am getting 2 times. Once with upper triangle and second time with lower triangle. But we want this line only 1 time. So we can reduce number of times our bottom triangle is running. So what can we do? So instead of starting from 6, I can start from 5. I save the program, I run the program. Look, I got the desired output. So I hope friends you must have enjoyed it. Please try these programs yourself. So stay home, stay safe, keep learning, and please click on like, share and subscribe button. Thank you so much.